I'm Skill, and during my time speedrunning BeamNG I've had a lot of practice with a lot of different forms of motorsport. Whether it be driving through the city, the backwoods, or 100 miles an hour over dunes, I've had a lot of practice with it, and sometimes even gotten fairly good. There are even some things I'm pretty great at, I'd say so myself. Cool. But there are also some forms of motorsport that have eluded me. One of those things is drifting. I can do a little okay, but then I usually end up like... Ouch. That looks like it hurt. So, to prove to myself that I may not be the worst drifter in the history of BeamNG, and that I may even be okay at this, I've given myself a challenge. You read it in the title. I'm gonna try to drift every single vehicle in BeamNG. Yes, even that one. And that one. Now, some of these are going to be a little more difficult to get through, so I just need to make it through one corner and hopefully survive. Let's get started. Let's get some of the easiest to drift cars out of the way. Those are these. They all have a drift variant, which means that, shockingly, we can drift them. As you can see, they drive, and they drift. And no, I'm not editing this better. I tried, and it would take me like 7 hours for a 30-second clip. No thank you. Anyways, let's get on with it. So that was pretty easy. The next step up on difficulty, a little bit harder, is going to be the vehicles that have rally tunes. And we're just going to stick with rear and all-wheel drive for now. During rally, you drift a bunch and get sideways, so it's a pretty normal part of that sport, so I bet we can easily get all of them sideways too. Like that. In getting out of easy mode into medium, we have these vehicles. They all have race tunes and are rear or all-wheel drive. Most of them were pretty easy to drift. I did have some problems with a hopper. I needed to switch off of the racing slicks to street tires as they were just too grippy with just 150 horsepower. The real hard part was the Chintila. With its rear engine, rear wheel drive format, when you try to drift it a lot of the time it just spins out. Now, I really could have just used the off-road variant, but I didn't think of that. So, I got it to work eventually. Now that we have all our easy and medium difficulty vehicles done, let's get over to our hard and very hard difficulty vehicles. Starting off, we have the FPU Hydra, which is an 8-wheeled amphibious vehicle, and that's really the best I can describe it. You can see for yourself. Then we have the Gavril Grand Marshal Limo, which is long and neat. We also have the Gavril MD series in the bus format, and also the Gavril T series, which is our favorite big rig in the game. Next up, we have our front-wheel drive cars, the Ibishu Covet and the Ibishu Pessima, the new blob version. It's very blobby. And our three-wheel vehicles, the Pigeon and Widgeon. Our final vehicles are a little more heavy-duty ones. We have the city bus, the DT40L. Yes, that's what it's called. I had to double check. Then we also have the dump truck. That one's called the HT55. And finally, the front loader, which is called the Hirochi WL40. It's gonna be a challenge. Let's get going. So for our first hard mode category, let's go with our long vehicles. First in there, we're going to do the limo. It's actually pretty easy to drift. Just slide the back out and it's actually a whole lot of fun to do too. You can even get some sick moves in there if you're trying hard enough. The next vehicle in hard mode is going to be the T series. You can actually use the drag version of it. It has a locking differential and nitrous, so we can just lock that differential, hit some nitrous, and get it sideways around some corners. Our first difficult vehicle is going to be the school bus. With some erratic driving, you can get it sideways, but that doesn't really count. So I had to get some modifications in there. I added a more powerful engine and a locking differential. That made it so I could easily slide it and, well, have a more fun way to school. Our final vehicle in the long section is going to be the DT40L bus, which was pretty difficult to get to drift until I had the clever idea of adding rocket engines to it. I wonder if I'm the first person to do this. Yeah, probably. I doubt anybody else, especially in the speedrunning community, has figured this out yet. I should build a statue for me. Anywho, that finishes our long vehicle section. Now, front-wheel drive cars are known for not being able to drift, but I have a couple of ideas on how we can get that to happen. Starting with the Blob Pessima, that one actually has a rally tune, so what you can do is just go on the dirt, throw it sideways, try really hard, maybe abuse the handbrake a little bit, and there we go. As for the Covet, that's going to be a little more difficult, but I found something that will work. It's definitely the silliest thing we have so far, and the best way to entertain a 16-year-old who just got his first car. That is the skid plate modification for the rear wheels, so you can just slap those on, and then it goes sideways very much. No, that's not legal or safe. But hey, it's a video game, so who cares? We're now out of vehicles that can be considered normal. So let's take a look at the Pigeon and Widgeon, our three-wheelers. Both of them have drag tunes, so getting power to the rear wheels and yanking the throttle won't be a problem. The problem will be that they'll flip over, so we need to be very careful. As it turns out, the Widgeon is actually not too difficult to drift. All I needed to do was slap on a welded differential, and with the low center of balance, it was actually able to drift fairly well. Oh, for a three-wheel car, the bar's way down there, you know? So with the Pigeon, I had to make some extensive modifications. I started out with lowering the ride height and putting in a welded rear differential, which definitely helped, but wasn't enough. The thing that I finally got to get the trick done was actually removing the front tire, as I was actually getting too much grip in the front. So with all of that, and a whole lot of practice and very, very careful driving, I got it sideways. Now that we're done with the vehicles with the fewest wheels in the game, it's time for one of the vehicles with the most wheels in the game. That is the FPU Wydra. Again, that 8x8 amphibious thingy. Let's see how it goes. We just throw it into the corner hard enough and then we get it sliding. And yes, it can go across that river. It'll just take forever though. Down to two vehicles left, we have the HT55 dump truck. For that, my strategy was getting as little grip in the back and as much in the front as I could. So what I did was remove the bed and overinflated the rear tires, as well as putting in a super duper mega powerful engine with a giant turbo and nitrous. After that, I threw in a locking differential and was able to get it sideways a little bit. Again, not the easiest thing to drift, but definitely one of the coolest things to drift. Our final vehicle is the Hirochi WL40, a front loader that steers by pivoting the middle of the frame, making it a very different vehicle to drive, and a difficult vehicle to drift. To get it to drift, I had to make extensive modifications, starting by removing as much weight from the rear as possible, then adding in the heaviest front part, which is the bucket loader. I then overinflated the rear tires and got to work drifting. I definitely got it the first try and never sent it into a ditch. Wait, don't show that. Oh, there's also that new delivery van thingy that I forgot about. You need to go into aux content and then you can drive it. Anyway, there, I'll probably drift it later and put it in. But thank you for making it to the end of my video. If you got it this far, I'm guessing you already liked and you press that subscribe button there. Yeah, so while you're looking down there, it's the red one, the one that just turned red when I said subscribe. I'm gonna do it again. I don't know how often it does it. But thank you for watching my video and stay tuned as I'm working on getting back into making content. So have fun out there. I'll see ya.